Okay. All right. Welcome to my show, guys. We're doing got a little bit more extra fancy. I only have I got a little bit of estate and then I got a bunch of peaberry for you guys and some dark Hawaiian. Just loading up the shop here. Don't have too much stuff today. Only have a few things. All right. Here we go. How's everyone doing today? I'm drinking the white extra fancy. Yummy. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna start taking off soon. Good morning, non-applicable. Ugh. Cleve, how's it going? Good morning, guys. I gotta get a cord real quick. This complaining always need to pay out cash. Pretty annoying. All right. Did it help? Nothing works. They make the cords break on purpose. Nothing ever works. Nothing ever works anymore. I was on the phone with the IRS for an hour and a half and they didn't even pick up. People suck. $8:58. That's like 3 a.m. for me. Yeah. Something wrong with this country. I really wanted to leave. I want to move to Taiwan, go back to where I came from. This place is going down the drain. I have rights to leave, to return. Hey, Iron Sword. I have the right to return to Taiwan. I think I should go do that. This country's going down the drain, guys. This place is retarded. This place is retarded. Yeah, you got free healthcare there, best doctors in the world. This place is retarded. Fucking retarded place. Get out of this place. Who cares? Who cares if China invades? They're not gonna invade. Need to get out of this country. You know, if you're run by a bunch of sex offenders, it's really not gonna work out well in the end, I don't think. Kind of a nightmare if you think about it. You grow up thinking, all right, I had too much white coffee. I'm just pissed off at the IRS here. Bunch of fucking sex offenders. All right, what do we have today? What do we have here today? Let's not go off in that direction. 12-ounce bag. How much is a 12-ounce bag? 12-ounce bag of Hawaiian coffee. We only have the dark and the um and the white is $26. Dark Hawaiian was just roasted. Really nice, sweet. Tastes like a toasted caramel, dark chocolate. This is our freshest roast right now. And I would suggest getting the dark Hawaiian as the first one to get. And this coffee is guaranteed not to give you any acid reflux or indigestion. So it's an extremely smooth coffee. This coffee was all picked by hand, and it's guaranteed not to give you any acid reflux or indigestion. The beans are quite a bit bigger than beans from anywhere else in the world. Look at these beans here. And the reason why this coffee is so good is really because of how we pick it. We also have a active volcano, which nourishes the soil much better than, coffee from anywhere else in the world. But it really comes down to how we pick it. Most of the world's coffee is picked with a machine, whereas our coffee is all picked by hand. And when you pick coffee by hand, something like, or not something, 100% of the beans are going to be ripe coffee. Whereas in most of the world, it's either picked with a machine. When you pick coffee with the machine, something like 20% of the beans are going to be unripe, and then a significant number of those beans are going to be rotten. And that's why your coffee tastes rancid all the time. That's why the coffee has to be roasted so dark. Our dark roast doesn't even have oil on it. You don't need to roast it that dark. So this is our dark roast here. Look at those nice beans. And this came out of the roaster smelling like a chocolate. Just a chocolate pastry. Extremely sweet. Almost no bitterness in there. Just a perfectly roasted, smooth coffee. Um, what do you mean? I don't usually have a stand at the farmer's market. So white coffee. The white coffee gets you upset. Gets me upset. Or maybe when I don't have the white coffee, I get upset. I don't know. I think I need to go back to Taiwan. As we get older, thinking about the healthcare in this country, I don't know, guys. I don't know if I could afford to live here anymore. Yeah, I need to get out of here. I wasn't born here. I can leave. I have a. I can get citizenship out there where all the doctors are Ivy League educated, but the healthcare is free. I don't know about this place anymore, guys. I don't know if I'm gonna sell any coffee today because I'm in that kind of mood where all I want to do is complain. It's because they. Yeah, I need to get out of here. Taiwan. I have a right to return. I have guaranteed citizenship. My daughter has guaranteed citizenship. Yeah, maybe it's better for my daughter, but my wife's not gonna let me leave. Yeah, she's not gonna let me leave. She's gonna be like, "Oh, we gotta stay in America," even though she doesn't even have any friends here. Anyway, it's not so bad. I have it much better than most people. Man, this place, it's a hellhole, huh? It's a shithole here. Yeah, I'm lucky. I'm lucky. I shouldn't complain. Be grateful. That's what people say, right? That's what abusive people say. Ah, fucking it up today, guys. I'm fucking it up. Just stay focused on the coffee. All right, guys. So, let me start over. Let me start over. Let me start over. Let me start over. I don't have any natural coffee yet. At least I make your mornings. Yep. At least the coffee is good. Right, at least the coffee is good. Mr. Rogers, how you doing? All right, let me try to refocus here. At least the coffee is good. It's organically grown. It's not certified organic. Uh, we don't use any chemical pesticides on the trees. We're only using naturally occurring soil funguses and soil bacterias. The coffee's good. It's kicking in now. I'm feeling better. It's starting to kick in. I didn't have my coffee yet. Here's the white coffee. I had my first sip as I started the show, so we're gonna see it brighten my mood. It's I needed it. I needed it. You know, without the coffee, you're just withdrawing actually. That's an interesting word, right? You think it's withdraw, but it's actually withdrawal. Like I'm with the drawl. So I had a drawl, and now that drawl is gone away because I got my substance. Withdrawing. I got a drawl. I'm also pissed off because I gave this guy from NASA who charges $500 an hour. I gave him this simple equation to look at, and he freaking spent 4 hours on it just to dismiss it, but he missed the freaking equation. These fucking retards. He didn't even look at the equation, and he charged me $2,000. And now I got to get back to him and be like, "You didn't even look at the freaking equation. All you did was give me a high school physics lesson." They're all like that. It's not a scammer. They're just their heads are retarded. They just think they're smarter than everyone. So when they don't even look at the stuff that you give them, they just glance at it, and then it's like I'm not gonna fire him because in the end I have to convert one of them. I have to make one of them come around and say that, and he's actually a nicer one. So I've gone through this so many times. I know what it needs. They're like lawyers. When you talk to a lawyer, they automatically dismiss you, and you gotta convince the lawyer. You gotta convince this guy. Lucky I'm talking shit about NASA again. Fucking retards. So I have to pay him another $2,000 so I can convince him and show him that he didn't even look at the equation. And then he's going to have to spend 4 hours trying to disprove the equation. So it's probably going to cost me $10,000 to get this retard. Although he's probably the smartest retard at NASA. So then I got to pay him 10,000 bucks, and then he'll be like, "Oh, hey, I can't disprove this. So I'm not sure what's going on, but at least I can't disprove it." And then he'll be like, "Okay, you can move on to the next boss." And that's how it works. So there's no firing him will just force me to pay another retard $2,000 to get started. So I gotta stick with him. I gotta stick with him to the end. They're not doing it on purpose, Iron. So I used to think they were doing it on purpose, but they're actually, stupid people don't know they're stupid. Otherwise, they wouldn't be stupid. So it's like they think they're trying to help me. They're trying to help me quit. They're trying to help me stop being crazy. So it's like, it's I've gone through this so many times that I know they're not doing it on purpose. It's and you know what? If I was in their position, I'd be the same way. I'd be like, this guy's crazy. He's trying to tell me everything I learned in school is wrong. He's arrogant. So you either think I'm arrogant or you think I'm crazy, right? And so that's the perspective. So I've learned. I've dealt with like 20 of these guys. I've met people who've been in space, astronauts. They're all the same. You don't get to that position without becoming arrogant and a narcissist, right? So it's like this is just how you gotta deal with them. At least this one's like he's willing because I'm paying him, whereas the other ones are like if I prove him wrong, they just stop talking to you. But this guy, he's willing to be proved wrong, so he's actually a great guy. I'm paying him. So he's still on my side. So I shouldn't be talking shit. He's still on my side. He's willing to be wrong. Everyone else, if they're wrong, they're gonna turn around and stop talking to you because they don't want to deal with you. It's retarded. This is why the country is retarded. This is why we don't. It's retarded. Like this is why China is definitely gonna destroy this country. Like destroy it because like the people here are fucking retarded. They're just arrogant. They're narcissists. There's nothing we can do about it. All right, hold on. Look, we're selling coffee here. I'm sorry. I screwed up again. Screwed up again. All right, here we go. So we're coming to you live from Hawaii, where we have an active volcano. This volcano is constantly replenishing the soil with micronutrients. So the beans here grow bigger than beans from anywhere else in the world. And a larger bean will mean a smoother cup of coffee. It'll mean more aroma, more richness. The beans reach their full genetic potential. This is the bag here. This is the 12-ounce bag. 12-ounce bag of the dark, just roasted. I could promise you this is going to be the sweetest coffee you've ever tried. This coffee is not going to give you any acid reflux. You don't have to add any cream or sugar to it. You can just drink it black. You can add a little bit of cream or sugar if you want, but it's already sweet. The dark roast is the sweetest one that we have. It's smoother, sweeter, and that's because of how we pick the coffee, right? We were picking the coffee overripe. We're waiting for the coffee to come deep red, purple, or brown before picking it. We wait. We let it ripen on the tree 4 to 6 weeks longer than coffee from anywhere else. So it's just the best coffee that you can possibly find anywhere. Kona coffee is already known as the best coffee in the world. It's just extremely expensive. But there are 650 different coffee farms. So depending on which farm you go to, you might still get sour and bitter coffee. People have told us that our coffee is one of the only Kona coffees that is sweet. I don't know if that's true, but a lot of people have said that, even local people. They're like, Kona coffee is just not sweet anymore. it's starting to taste grassy, but your coffee still tastes like Kona coffee. So the reason, if you there are newer farmers, there's a lot of labor issues these days with and if you have a labor issue, what you're going to do is you're going to go out and pick every day. Whereas the right way to pick Kona coffee is to wait for the coffee to become deep red, purple, or browns, to wait for the coffee to become overripe. And the way to pick it is you go out once a month for a week. You go out we start when we see that first bean turn purple, and then turn brown, almost brown like a banana or brown like an apple, where the outside starts to get soft. And then we go out and we run our hands along the branches. Some people say it's like playing a piano or playing an instrument, and you kind of put a little pressure on each of the beans. And anything that falls off to the touch, we'll harvest. Anything that doesn't fall off, we leave on the tree for another 3 weeks. Then we'll pick for a week, wait for 3 weeks, pick for a week, wait for 3 weeks. And we do that until there's no more coffee on the tree. Yeah, I stocked up because they actually ran out one time and I freaked out. I do have some extra white. Viegas, I need to get out of here and go to Mexico. I actually thought about moving to Mexico. I thought about moving to Saudi Arabia where I can be free. And then it really came down. I think if I'm getting out of here, I'm going to go to Taiwan. I'm not, because I have citizenship there. And I get free health care. My daughter would get free health care. As you get older, that actually starts to matter. I've never had to go to a doctor before, ever. I've only time I went to the hospital was one time when I overdosed on weed. And I like threw up all over the airport, and I couldn't remember where I was. And the cops came, and then they took me in an ambulance, and they took me to the hospital because I ate the same amount. It was after I quit weed. But then one day, right before a flight, I ate the same amount of weed I normally eat, but I hadn't eaten that much weed for a year and a half, and I ate the same amount, and I just started puking. I just threw up everywhere, and I couldn't even move. And then the cops asked me like, "Do you remember, what day it is?" And I was like, I don't. I couldn't remember what day it was. I was like, is it? I remember like talking to the cops, like, wow, I've never felt like this high before. I remember saying, I was like, I've never felt like this before. And I couldn't even move. It was crazy. And like, one flash, I was at the airport puking everywhere. You've been there? Well, I ate a quarter ounce, right? I used to eat a quarter ounce of weed every day. And so I stopped that for a year, and then I ate another quarter ounce. And then I was fucked up. I was like, holy shit, is this how much I was fucked up? I woke up in the hospital. I was like, what the fuck? My shirt was off. Hilarious. I had IV. They had me hooked up to the IV. It was the only time I've ever been to the hospital. I use a pour over. I use a pour over. And I sell the pour over makers. I use one of these. Oh yeah, look at that. All right. A little bit oily. I use this rosemary oil in my hair. So it actually really works. If you guys want to see. Today's a so you see all those fuzzies there, those are all new hairs. Those are all hairs that grew in the last 6 months. So actually really works. This is the white coffee talk. I started out the day complaining about the retards at NASA, and now I got to get some rosemary oil to sell. You guys are selling it. Works, guys. It really does. But when you first start using it, all your hair falls out. So I bet most people who start using it, it's a 16-to-1 ratio. 16-to-1. So 1 part coffee grounds, 16 parts water. That's for me though. I'm using 2 ounces for a cup. So I'm using a 1 to 4 ratio. But you're supposed to use a 1 to 16 ratio. I do a 1 to 4 ratio. I just make my coffee like crazy strong because I like to get high. And I'm not allowed to smoke weed anymore. My wife won't let me smoke weed, and so coffee is, and I can't drink alcohol because I'm allergic. So this is all I have. This is all I have. Coffee is all I have, guys. Don't take this away from me. This is all I got left in life. And the white coffee, 1 to 4 on the white coffee. Oh my god. You saw what happened to me already. Right now I'm just rambling and I'm going off about rosemary oil. I mean, it's the white coffee's strong. And it's gonna get worse from here. So get ready, guys. Yeah, I was at the hospital and then they kicked me out. They kicked me out around 12 a.m. They didn't want to keep me overnight. It would have cost too much money. So they kicked me out. I had to hop in an Uber. Next day, I took a plane to Colorado. Space Symposium. I missed the first day, but next day I hopped on a plane, went to Colorado, hit the Space Symposium. Went there and hung out with the Space Force. I was still fucked up that entire week. I barely remember it. I remember I was just not as social. Now, usually I can be really like, I can mingle, but then I was just fucked up the whole time. It was fun though. I miss those days where I could be fucked up all the time. Now I just all I got is, although the coffee makes me feel pretty fucked up too. So I don't feel like I'm really missing anything. Anyway, guys, so so if you guys are wondering what the hell I'm drinking, it's the white coffee. White coffee is coffee roasted so light that it's still raw. Um, I had some white coffee to show you guys yesterday, but I don't know where it went. So I don't know where it went. I had a whole little thing of it, and it's gone. Uh, there's my wife. Hold on, guys. Here's my wife. All right, there we go. I do have a baby. Yeah, that's why I quit weed, and actually really happy because, like, for the first 6 months, that maybe first 8 months that my baby daughter was born, I was still I was still eating that much weed, and I have trouble remembering. And then since then, like the last 2.5 years are like the longest 2.5 years of my life. I remember everything. So I got to hang out with my daughter, and I remember all of it, and it's nice. So, mm, man, this country's going to shit. I should really get ready to go back to Taiwan. This place is, and I came here when I was 1, so I don't remember it, but I still have rights. I have a right to return and reclaim my citizenship in the only country in the world that's not a country. It's actually kind of interesting, right? So the free healthcare. I need to get out of here, guys. This place is going to shit. Free healthcare, free healthcare. Well, everyone's Chinese. She's so cute. You think she's gonna stop being sweet? She asked me the other day, "Daddy, are you gonna miss me when I become an adult?" And I said, "Yeah." And I said, "Are you gonna miss me?" She said, "Don't copy me." Don't copy me. And I was like, she's so cute. Do they? Does public school do that? I remember I was tutoring these rich kids in New York, and it after seventh grade, they have to, switch schools, and this kid didn't want to go to school. He didn't want to go to any private schools. He didn't want to go to he was so I was homeschooling him. And then I was like, I can't homeschool this kid anymore. He's fucking crazy. And then his parents, I was like, why don't you just send him to public school? And then they freaked out. They're like, anything but public school. No way. Public school is dangerous. It was like their worst nightmare to send their kid to public school. It was just like that was their biggest fear. They're like, no way. No public school. They all turn into turds. I hope my daughter doesn't turn into a turd. I feel like I don't know. We'll see. It's an experiment. But right now she's great, and for now. Depends on what public school. I went to public school, but I went to a nice public school. I could see the New York City public schools are nasty. So I wouldn't want to send my kid there either. Anyway, so the white coffee makes you go off because it is loaded with caffeine, number one. It also has this other compound in it called trigonylene. And when you roast trigonylene to 250 degrees, it becomes something called methylamine, which is the meth part of methamphetamine. And that's actually in coffee. So when you, and so that's actually why the white coffee kind of makes you crazy. That's why white coffee, that's why when you drink coffee, you get euphoric. It's not the caffeine, it's the other compound in coffee called trigonylene. And when you roast trigonylene to 250 degrees, it becomes methylamine. Trigonylene is good for all sorts of stuff. Cleve, you won one. Congratulations. That's for all the pain you have to go through. They're the most turdish. I could see that. My daughter's a little bit, but I just love hanging out with her. She's getting it. She's just turned 3, and she's so cute. She's actually really sweet. Nice. 3 was your favorite. I feel like it's just gonna be different with everyone. So we'll see. The white coffee, this is the last of this batch of the white coffee, so the next batch may be a little bit darker than this. This coffee was roasted to 350 degrees. It tastes like a toasted corn, and it's got that other compound trigonylene in it. Trigonylene is actually really good for the skin. It ultra white, it's good for the skin. It good for muscle. You're gonna get it's gonna boost your metabolism. It's anti-aging. It's an NAD precursor. It supports your joints. Um, some people told me like in terms of recovery, muscle recovery, it makes them recover a lot faster. It's diabetes support, all that stuff. So the ultra white coffee is really good for. Wow, you got a lot of kids. I feel like it's good to have a lot of kids when you get older, right? Or maybe it's not. I don't know. We only have one. We only have one, and that's it. Turdish. Are they turdish? I have a theory that, man, nah, I don't want to share that theory. Forget it. But ultra white coffee, guys, really good stuff. Gets you buzzed, makes your body feel really comfortable. So if you have body discomfort, it helps that a lot. Um, a lot of stuff I can't say about it, but it is a really buzzing coffee. Just gets you going. Unlike anything else, it's like an energy drink. It's almost I think it's almost like 10 cups of coffee in one. So it's an experience. People tell me it's an experience compared to other coffees. I mean, like right now, my head's like here. and my ears are like, it's like I got headphones on or something. So it definitely has a mild hallucinogen in it. That's called methylamine, which is the precursor. I'm okay with insanity because I'm kind of an insane person. So I actually, I kind of vibe with that. Like 13-year-olds, they love me. Those 13-year-old kids love me because I'm just like them. I'm a turd. Yeah, exactly. I'm a turd. So I get along with 13-year-olds, but I'm not a pedophile. I know what you're thinking. So, but I am kind of a turd. You know what though? These pedophiles, the thing that I learned from tutoring these rich kids is these parents want you. Some of these parents want a pedophile. I know, but some of these parents, they're looking for a pedophile. They want anyway. Let's not talk about that either. Some of these rich kids, yeah. It's like in the tradition of Socrates, right? They want a pedophile. They want somebody who's going to be with their kid for their entire life. That's what they're paying you $150 an hour to do. They want someone who's going to form a unbreakable bond with their kids. It's a long tradition that no one talks about. There are certain families that are that's just how they operate. They're looking for a pedophile. Yeah. So uh, that's why it's so hard, right? You see this stuff in news, you're like, why doesn't anyone do anything about it? It's because actually a lot of these people, that's just how they grew up. That's like the system. That's the subsystem. It's a subcategory of people. And it just goes bad when they start recruiting people from normal middle class families. And then you're like, yuck. But among certain groups, that's what they expect. That they think that's like the right way. Your kid needs to have an older mentor. So I quit. All the kids I tutored joined the military, and then their parents were like, "No, why did you do that?" Like that was the wrong way. So that didn't work out for me. Yeah, they're like, "Don't talk to him anymore. He's not a pedophile. We thought he might be, but he's not." So that didn't work out. The more you know. The more you know. All right. We got 8 ounce of that. I got some extra fancy white coffee if you guys want it. This is an extra fancy white. These are the nicer beans. These beans are perfect. So today I have extra fancy. I got pea berry. Those are those are kind of the higher grades of coffee that we have. Pea berry is a very special coffee. Too peaceful. Pea berry is very, very special. It's less than 1% of all the beans we produce. So 1 in 100 beans becomes pea berry. Yep. Yeah. The rich kids' parents, the parents are never even home, right? They're always working. They're bankers and like lawyers and things like that. So they're always working. So they hired me to raise their kids. I still talk to these kids. They even tell a lot. One of the kids even tells me, he's like, "You were my only friend growing up." So it's kind of weird, you tutor kids and then like now I'm 40 and these kids are 30, and there's a lot of them still talk to me. So my daughter demands the iPad, so I'll give her an iPad too. I'm guilty of that. I don't run away though. I'll let her hang out with me. But she's like, "Daddy, leave me alone. I want the iPad." So she's like, "You know what I want?" I was like, "What do you want?" Like, I want shorts. I want the iPad. Like, no. She's like, please, I want it now. I want the iPad, Daddy. So I'm guilty of that too. The white coffee, all sorts of good stuff, guys. It's good for your skin tone, blocks UV radiation, increases your metabolism, um, makes your body feel really comfortable, anti-inflammatory like you wouldn't believe. It's got that methylamine in it, so if you guys can't get yourself motivated, it actually motivates you in a way that addresses your sluggishness on a cellular level. It actually feeds your mitochondria. So the white coffee is just all of the health benefits of coffee in its purest form. It's like drinking 10 cups of coffee. And this is all I drink now cuz I'm hooked. And it's once you try this white coffee, I don't know how many a lot of you guys have already tried it. I think it's really I feel like it a lot of people who try it, I see them kind of disappear. I think I suspect it's because they want to change their lives. You missed me complaining, Cajun. You missed it. You missed me talking about pedophiles and how oh my god. I even think in this country, I was trying to start a company many years ago, and I think they want you to be a pedophile. They won't a lot of people won't give you funding unless you're a pedophile or unless you cheat on your wife or you try to become a Muslim. So it's like there was like and I was like maybe I can become a Muslim. That was the only thing I was willing to do, but everything else but my wife wasn't really willing to become a Muslim, so that didn't work out, so so I'm just selling coffee because they don't want to give you money unless you're willing to cheat, or you're willing to be a Muslim, or you're willing to be a pedophile. They need to have a hook on you. They got to have some angle that they can, you know, give the crowbar if they need to. Or if you're gay, you need to be like a closeted gay person. So it's like they're not going to give me funding unless I compromise myself, and it's too stressful to be compromised. I don't like it. Limit screen time. I gotta do more of that. Yeah. Limit the screen time. My daughter's already hooked. I mean, wouldn't you want to do that? Because if you got some money and you met someone like me who's like in it for myself, and you're like, I'm gonna invest in that guy, how am I going to control him? Right? That's the first thing you're going to ask. Like, how am I going to make it so that he's not going to fuck me? Well, I got to find some angle on him. So I get it. I, if I was an investor, what would I do? Um, the different grades of our coffee is bean density different. So, the extra fancy coffee, this is some of the fancy coffee, right? You can see, I don't know if it's hard to see, but these beans are kind of big. They're all perfect. There's no cracks in them. There's no chips in them. They're denser. They're all perfectly formed, the right shape, perfect ovals. So they're really, really pretty beans, right? About 5% of our beans comes out as extra fancy. Our regular coffee, pretty close, but here and there you got a bean like this. You see that little hole in it, a little chip. That makes it not fancy. So it's a bean density. Um, it's a bean prettiness of the bean. So, for example, but it's pretty subjective. Like a lot of times, most of these beans are pretty good, but it's a bean density. And so the fancy coffee, this is the regular coffee. Here's a now you get more beans like this. You see how that line down the middle isn't perfect. So there's almost no difference. It's really a subtle difference. It really, sometimes there's a clear difference, like this bean. Hey Hoppy, how you doing? You see that? I only know this stuff because all of these people sent their kids to me. I'm like the babysitter. So I understand even up to just a few years ago, even on my farm. Like on my farm, the people who work for me were all like, for some reason, they were extremely rich people, like kids of the extremely rich people, and they'd come volunteer on my farm. So um I don't do that anymore though. I'm not doing that anymore. No volunteers. Volunteers are dangerous. I don't take volunteers. You don't know what they're up to. I don't do interns anymore because people who are working for free, I don't know what they're up to. You really don't know. I need people who need money. At least I know what you're working for. So, anyway, so here we go. So the extra fancy beans are just nice. You can really see it when you look at the Hawaiian extra fancy versus the white extra fancy versus the white Hawaiian. That's where the you really see the difference. But you're not going to really taste the difference. They almost taste the same. They're all coming off the same trees. Um, yeah, we don't even. Yeah, I only have low. The other thing is, the other rule I have is I only employ people who've been living in Hawaii for a while. Because when you come to Hawaii, Hawaii is like the Wild West. Everyone is in there. It's almost like high school or elementary school. It's like high school where all the different ethnicities band together, right? Because we're out in the middle of nowhere, and so everyone feels very insecure. So you start seeing that type of thing that you see in high school, right? Where all the Mexicans only hang out with Mexicans, all the white people only hang out with white people, all the hippies only hang out with hippies, all the Hawaiians only hang. So it's like this. It's like almost like gang warfare. So when you come here, you're gonna get sucked into one of those gangs, and then if you were working for me, now you're gonna be working for them until you get used to it, and then you might be a little bit more independent again. So I've seen that happen so many times that um, that's how it was where I was in New Jersey. So when so I only hire local people because after they've been through it for a while, then they become more independent again. But when you first move here, you're gonna get sucked into, or you might be part of the cocaine gang or the acid gang. You're just gonna be sucked in to some group because you're gonna be lonely. I'm not gonna be able to satisfy your needs. You're gonna be hanging out with people, and then you're gonna get sucked in, and then now you're gonna be doing weird shit. People want to get information about me or whatever it is, or maybe a rival coffee farm's gonna, like the French gang, they're a big one. So it's just like I don't want to deal with that. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna use the bathroom. All right. Oh, hold on. All right, we're back. It's not really gangs. It's informal. It's informal. It's not really gangs, but it's just that's just what happens because we're in the frontier and people move here and you don't know anybody and so you get very lonely, I think, for most people, and then you get sucked in. And then once you get sucked in, I'm not part of any gangs, so it's like then everyone's talking shit. They a lot of gossip, like what is that guy about? And it just becomes actually I'm trying to join the Mexicans. I'm gonna join the Mexicans. I need a gang, so I'm gonna join the Mexicans. They're my gang. I'm gonna join the Mexicans, guys. I thought I'd join the hippies, but I think I need to join the Mexicans. They're much more productive. It is. Mostly you can just be with nature. So, but I'm gonna join the Mexicans. I'm joining Team Mexico. So people ask me, "Are you Asian?" Like I'm Mexican. I'm Mexican. I'm joining the Mexicans. They're up and coming. They're the you gotta buy in early. I'm joining the Mexicans. It's cold. It's cold today. What's happening? I think I had too much white coffee, guys. I'm chilly. I'm cold. I'm joining the Mexicans. It's cold today. It is a nice place though. I mean, it's not like an inner city gang. No one's like killing each other. It's just gossip and like, stuff like that and mild rivalries. The chewable chips. Um I actually don't know what you're talking about, Bubble Fizz. I think maybe you're on the wrong channel because I don't have any chewable chips. You're talking about the white coffee? So the white coffee gives you energy by the nibs. So those don't really give you energy. Those chocolate. That's just raw chocolate. So maybe chocolate gives you energy, but those are just raw chocolate. Yeah, that's raw dark chocolate. Um, it gives you kind of calms you down actually. I find the chocolate calms you down. But it is pure chocolate in its pure form. It has the cacao nib. It has the cacao. The dark chocolate just tastes like dark chocolate nuts, and very very sweet compared to most dark chocolates. I'm just gonna run a bunch of things if you guys want them. Like you can get 3 pounds of our Hawaiian for $75, $25 a pound. The dark coffee right now is the freshest one we have. Just roasted this on Friday, so extremely sweet. Guaranteed not to give you any acid reflux or indigestion. Die Kevin, I only sell the green beans right now. I have a prime. So it's a 16 screen. I actually have some fancy, which is an 18 screen coffee if you want the green beans. Those are going to be $35 a pound. The green beans are all $35. Like, yeah, the green beans I sell for 35 bucks a pound. So if you want a pound of those, I can sell you a pound of those. Nope. Let me see if I got some green beans here. Nope, it's out of stock. So I do not have green beans right now. Today I also have some pea berry. If you guys want to try the pea berry coffee, these are the most expensive coffees that we have. The pea berry coffee, it takes 100 pounds of our normal coffee to make 1 pound of pea berry. Milford Spice Company. Today's not a good day to raid me. I'm not. I'm just rambling. I'm complaining. I'm sorry, guys. Today's not a great day. But what we have running now is the pea berry. This is the premier, the cream of the crop. This scores above a 90 on our specialty cupping association. This is just, if you wonder, what does the best coffee, the highest scoring coffees in the world taste like? This is it, the pea berry. What you guys are bidding on now. Usually on other platforms, people are charging over 150 bucks a pound. And if you guys are just joining us, we're coming to you live from Hawaii here. This is going to be the best tasting coffee, guaranteed not to give you any acid reflux or indigestion. This coffee won't hurt your stomach, won't give you acid reflux, it won't give you the shits. All of those problems with coffee comes from unripe coffee, coffee that was sprayed with pesticides, coffee that was old and moldy. So if you guys think about, what coffee does to you, it's the same feeling. If you guys ever done mushrooms, it's the same feeling. Like when you do mushrooms, right before the mushrooms hit, you got to go run to the bathroom, you got to take a shit, you get all anxious. That's actually what coffees do. It's not the caffeine, it's the mold on the coffee. You guys are drinking mushroom coffee, not in a good way. So our coffee is mold free, mainly because of just how fresh it is. Like this coffee was roasted last week. Most of the coffee in the store was roasted uh, 6 months, a year, even 18 months ago. That's how old your coffee tends to be. Whereas our coffee was just roasted fresh. This coffee is guaranteed not to give you any acid reflux or indigestion. We pick only the overripe beans. The way we pick our coffee is we go out once a month and we pick for a week. We run our hands along the branches. We kind of put a little bit pressure on each of the beans, and we only take the coffee that falls off to the touch. If you guys want a sample of our coffee, we got 2-ounce samples of our dark Hawaiian. This dark Hawaiian was roasted on Friday, and these 2 ounces will make you 4 8-ounce cups of coffee. And again, this coffee is guaranteed not to give you any acid reflux or indigestion, or I will give you 100% of your money back. The coffee is sweeter and smoother than coffee from anywhere else in the world. We pick only the overripe coffee. We pick the coffee when it's deep red, purple, or brown. The dark roast, this is the kind of the base grade of our coffee. We also have a higher grade, but the Hawaiian coffee is the one I recommend to people who are drinking it for the first time, because you can drink this every day and you don't have to spend 40, 50 bucks a pound. It's like 20, it's still kind of expensive, still 25 bucks a pound or more. But it's this coffee, you don't have to add cream or sugar to it. This is all whole. We only sell whole bean coffee, but if you want the slightly higher grade, we do have some estate coffee, which is the 100% Kona. Far fewer defects, the denser beans. The flavor profile is going to be almost the same for all of them. They're going to be taste like a toasted caramel, dark chocolate, almost like a pastry. Comes out of the roaster smelling like a chocolate croissant. Just really, really sweet, almost like a churro. Has a fried dough flavor to it. And the reason why our coffee is so sweet is because we're only picking the overripe beans. We're only picking the coffee that's soft and ready to fall off the trees. And so we're picking them 4 to 6 weeks later than coffee from other regions of the world. We're only picking the deep reds, the purples, and the browns. Whereas if you look at a lot of, even on YouTube, you look at other hand picked regions, they're picking their coffee red orange. You're lucky if they're red. And so we're waiting for the coffee for 4 weeks longer than other coffees. And when you wait that long for the coffee to ripen on the tree, it's like any other fruit. It's like letting a banana turn brown or an apple turn brown. The amount of sugar in the coffee, it's just so much more. Every day you leave the fruit on the tree means more sugar. And so the estate Kona is I would say, you know, the more premium coffee. It's a little bit nuttier, a little bit smoother. The Hawaiian coffee is kind of a daily drinking coffee. You get a little bit more of that. You got 12 ounces of that. Um, and our dark roast is relatively light. All right, it doesn't have the oils on them. So this is our dark. We also have an extra dark, which has the oil on it. We got a tiny little bit of that left. So those are the different grades. We also have a pea berry, which is the highest grade of coffee that we have. The pea berry, it takes 100 pounds of our coffee to produce 1 pound of pea berry. Um, and the pea berry usually goes for over $100 a pound. So the pea berry coffee is the most premium of our coffees. This is the Hawaiian coffee here, and this coffee is all coming off the same trees. So we're not, you know, the coffee, the flavor profile is pretty similar across all the different levels of the coffee. This is all Hawaiian coffee. It's organically grown in on the Big Island of Hawaii. You're getting this coffee direct from the farm, so you're getting this 20, 30, 50% cheaper than you find in the stores. Every time coffee changes hands, they got to mark it up. They got to double the price. So this is all Kona coffee grown here on this hill in South Kona in particular. There's 650 coffee farms, so every coffee farm is going to be a little bit different. But this is our 100% Kona coffee and 100% Hawaiian coffee. This coffee will not give you acid reflux or indigestion, mostly because of how ripe the coffee is. We let the coffee become overripe before taking it off the trees. We wait 4 to 6 weeks to pick it. It's like letting a banana turn brown, or if you've tried an ice wine before, ice wines don't even taste like wine. They're just extremely sweet grapes. And that's the same thing with our coffee. In fact, when it rains, the coffee falls off the trees. That's how ripe. Congratulations. This is coffee. This is 100% Hawaiian coffee, all grown on the Big Island. This coffee is guaranteed not to give you any acid reflux or indigestion. Kona coffee is considered the best coffee in the world, and it's also the most expensive, mainly because of our labor costs. This is all produced in the U.S., um, and we are paying people 20, sometimes 25, $30 an hour to get paid by the pound, and people are getting paid 100 times more to pick this coffee. But because people are getting paid so much, um, we can take our time, only taking the overripe beans, only taking coffee that's ready to fall off to the touch. And so the amount of sugar in the coffee is just way higher. And right now I mainly only have the dark roast and the white coffee. The white coffee, I do have some medium pea berry, which is the kind of the most premium of all the coffees. This is the medium pea berry here. You can see these beans are a different shape. They're denser, twice as dense as your other coffees. And this will be a little bit nuttier than what you guys would expect from your typical coffee. What are you guys looking for here? You guys are just here to hear me rant. You guys are here to hear me rant, aren't you? The white coffee really gets you flying. So if you drink a cup of this white coffee, you're gonna be going for like 4 hours. So if you want just an energy drink, I would say try the white coffee. The white coffee has twice the caffeine of your dark roast and 10 times of this other alkaloid called trigonylene. When you roast trigonylene to 250 degrees, it becomes something called methylamine, and that just gets you flying. So there's nothing like it. It really is some of the strongest coffee you're ever going to get. And it's extremely strong coffee. Feels like, I don't know, you just got to try it. So all of our coffee comes with a money back guarantee. It's I know once you try this coffee, you're not going to be able to go back to other coffees. So some of you guys might think I'm exaggerating, but there's really nothing like it. Mm, yeah, it's not a good day to raid me, guys. I feel like I'm not even trying to sell coffee today. But we are coming direct from the farm. All this coffee is hand picked. It's never picked with the machine. It's all Arabica coffee. This coffee's guaranteed not to give you any acid reflux or indigestion. I will give you 100% of your money back. You're waiting on a few pounds. Yep, I sent out a big batch yesterday, so I don't know if whatnot updated. I don't know. The post office keeps missing scans too. This whole country's falling apart. I don't know what's going on. I think it's the drugs. I think it's the drugs. You know, back in the 1900s, China was all drugged up, and then they got carved up into little pieces. I think that's what happened to America. I think everyone here is just hooked on drugs, and it's because of the foreign gangs, drugging all of us, and now we can't do anything. Didn't miss anything. I'm just complaining. Today's just one of my complaining days. The war on drugs. But we've been colonized. We've been colonized, so we can't do anything. I need to get out of here. I'm trying to get out of this country, I think. It's too hard. Too much work. So for now, while I'm still here, you guys can get some good coffee. Best coffee in the world. Best coffee in the world. Guaranteed not to give you any acid reflux or indigestion. I don't know, Sandon. I don't know if I'm gonna do givvies today. I'm just givvies are only good. Givvies cost me $8 a piece. And I feel like today is just not a good day. So I'm just gonna run a few things. Maybe I'll come back later when I'm feeling better. I think today maybe not a great day for me to sell coffee. I can feel it when I don't feel like selling coffee. I can get citizenship in Taiwan. So I wasn't born here. So I have an exit route. I have a right to go back to Taiwan and get citizenship. I get free healthcare. My daughter gets free healthcare. Um, so maybe that's where I need to go. But watch, the second I go there, China's gonna invade because they're after me. All of you guys are after me. So no matter where I go, you're gonna start a war. I was gonna move to UAE, and then they started a war. But I did say, I was like, before I move there, we need to get the war out of the way, and then I can move there. So maybe we can get China to invade Taiwan, and then I'll move there. This way, get it over with. Let's get it over with. Otherwise, I'm stuck here. I've been talking about leaving for years. They're never gonna let me go. They're just gonna give me enough money to stay, not enough money to feel secure, And that's how it goes here, right? They're just feeding you just a little bit, keep you going just for a little bit longer. I gotta go move to the moon. That's where I gotta go. The moon's a good place. They got Native Americans there. You guys ever see the Native Americans in the moon? Did I show you that? That's why I never went back, because they found Native Americans there. Elvis is there, yep. You guys don't want the Hawaiian dark roast? It's running for a long time here. You guys get a chance to think about it. So I don't have to talk for that long. Kennedy. You can learn a lot from how they killed Kennedy. It's kind of there's actually a technique to that. I call it the lynching. They used the lynching technique. They lynched him. You implant an unstable. Let's not talk about that. You think they're Nazis in the moon? That's like remember the show Man in the High Castle? I think that's kind of like actually what's going on in America. So there's nothing we can do about it. Do I have any more honey? I actually do have more honey. Um, Hold on a sec, guys. I gotta get my computer so I can restock that. Yeah, I feel like I need to just go to Taiwan before it's too late here. I gotta get there before I need health care. Because here, oh my god, you get one health problem, you're done. And Taiwan has this space program too. You know, they can actually make things there. Here, I told you guys I was gonna hire this engineer, but he end up working for a kava farm. Like kind of typical. We have the skilled people end up working in unskilled labor, and then the retards get into the government and they waste our time. So I don't know, guys. You guys are all fucked. What are we doing? I need to get out of here. Today's one of those days where I feel like I need to get out of here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm depressing today. I just gotta convince my wife. Or maybe I just gotta have it ready. I don't know. We're stuck. I'm stuck here. Locked in. Safeway says I'm locked in. Nothing I can do. Like, you're stuck here, Ed. You're locked in. I get these text messages from corporations. They tell me. They tell me what I need to know. And they're like, you're locked in, Ed. You can't leave. All right, we got some honey. If you guys want 32 ounces of honey here, this is our honey, Hawaiian honey, genuine Hawaiian honey, genuine. Aaron Brown, thank you. I think narcissists get promoted. If I had a job, I'd get promoted. I always get promoted. I'm actually pretty dumb. I'm really good at being dumb. That's why I get promoted on whatnot. I'm kind of dumb. Yeah. The doctors are all narcissists, right? That's just the kind of people that get in there. I went to a doctor here, and they thought I was a local boy. It was this white guy, and he was trying to talk to me like I was stupid. And then I was like, dude, I went to Columbia. And he's like, oh, you're not local. And then he started treating me with some respect. It's so hard dealing with narcissists. I'm a narcissist. Narcissists hate narcissists. That's just how it is. All right, but this is sorry, some honey here if you guys want it. You could drink it. At least I admit it. Aren't we all just a little bit of a narcissist? I don't really know if I'm a narcissist. I think maybe I think I'm a schizophrenic. I'm a narcissistic schizophrenic. How about that? You never met someone like that before. I'm a narcissistic schizophrenic. I think it's better to be crazy. I think regular narcissists are stupid. I'm a schizicist, yeah. I wish everyone was like schizophrenic. You know, I used to identify with homeless people, so I would hire homeless people randomly and usually works out. Homeless people are usually really good. So my best coffee picker was a homeless person. All right, guys. The honey's 25 bucks if you want it. It's here. This is these are just the price is the price, as they say. The price is the price. You guys want me to do a dollar auction? Here, $2 auction on this honey. 32 ounces of honey. 32 ounces of honey. This is what's it called? Hawaiian honey. 100% Hawaiian honey. This is 3 pounds of honey. So the package weighs 3 pounds. And this honey is a lot sweeter than your other honeys. Doesn't have that. Sometimes honey kind of burns you, you know, but this honey does not do that. It's a super nice honey here. This is made only on the Big Island. It's a very sweet honey, and it's freshly, freshly harvested from all over the island. We don't have any pollution. We have very little pollution on this honey, so fresh crushed bees. That's what it is. Nice bottle of honey there. Getting a new batch today. So everything we have is extremely fresh. We try to keep all the product really fresh. So I just buy everything in small batches. This isn't my honey. This is honey from a lady down the road. You guys want the honey for 23 bucks? Fresh crushed bees. Freshly milled honey. Is that how you do honey? You mill it? I don't really know exactly. But I do know this lady puts honey boxes all over the island and she collects them. So it's coming from all over Big Island, but it's Big Island only. These come in a 32-ounce mason jar. this thing weighs 3 pounds. It's 3 pounds of honey for $25. It's good. It's a good price for honey from anywhere. Everything in Hawaii costs more, and so this is a really nice honey here. Let's do one more of these. We'll see. 20 seconds. Very super sweet. Kentucky. You guys have that guy Thomas Massey, right? I kind of he got taken out. They took him out. I need to get out of here. I gotta get out of here. Get out of this country. Oh no. Then my wife won't let me leave. Stuck here. Nothing we can do about it. Thomas Massey. You know, when I used to go off about pedos back in 2016, remember that was a big thing, Pizzagate. I was ranting about it on my so now I don't, I don't rant about it because after I started ranting about it, all these pedophile victims showed up at my farm and they like taught me, right? They taught me how it is, which is that a lot of times it's the parents, they're part of these pedo networks and the parents want their kids to get in with the pedophiles. So it's like and so I was ranting about it in 2016, just like going off on it. So most pedophile victims are like, they're in the family. And a lot of them, it's like you hear about the FBI trafficking people. A lot of them comes from really bad families, so they think it's better for these kids. It's actually more complicated than you think, I guess. But when I was ranting about it back then, I was like, no pedo, and then I got in a car accident with a pedophile. He rear-ended me. And he told me it was that his phone froze up right before the turn and he got stuck on his phone. So it's kind of weird. So after that, I don't talk about it anymore because that's the only time I've ever been harmed. Rear-ended. Yep, rear-ended my car right outside my house. So, and that day we were talking to the our realtor who's the chief of police's cousin, and he was telling us, "Oh, today is the most amount of car accidents in the year." And then we got into car accidents. I was like, "Oh, this is weird." So let me just stay away from this issue. History is mysteries. All right, what else do we got going on here? Am I making you guys want to buy some coffee today? So I just stay away from anything. It's always more complicated than we think. Once I wanted peace for the world and people were pissed off at me. They're like, you don't understand. You got to just let the professionals take care of it. $1 start on a 12-ounce bag. This is a $35 bag of coffee here. $35 bag of coffee. This is just roasted on Saturday. So freshest coffee you're gonna find. The dark roast tastes like a dark chocolate caramel, freshly toasted, pastry, extremely sweet, and usually goes for $35. In fact, if you come to Hawaii, people are selling it for $35 for 8 ounces. So this is right now a steal, over 50% off here. So far, everyone seems to have gotten the honey intact. So far, so good. But so I'm willing to do another batch of it. I'll drop it for 23 for now, but I can't really go. We do bundle shipping, yep. So I think the maximum you pay on shipping for this show is like $9 or something like that, up to 5 pounds. Although this honey weighs 4 pounds, so it'll kind of you're probably gonna get charged for shipping on this. I'm not sure. All right, so that's my honey. We got some dark Hawaiian samplers. How's everyone else doing today? I just woke up and I got put on hold for an hour and a half, and then they wouldn't even talk to me. So buy the heavy stuff. Yep. If you don't buy it before for 8/1, you're gonna probably get charged $10 for shipping on the Hawaiian honey. A lot of mosquitoes today too. Uh, oh yeah, sorry, I forgot about that. Let me run that. I'll check on that. Red, white, and blue. I sent out everything the up to like Saturday over the weekend. But I'll double check for you again. Sometimes these things don't get scanned. I don't know what's going on with the post office either. Just same thing that's happening with everything else. Everyone's on drugs. I'll run the coffee maker next. Just got to let this run out. It is from local. Yep, this is only Hawaiian honey. It's coming off the Big Island. It's coming off the lady down the road. Ordered on the 15th. It should be getting. If it didn't get scanned, it should be getting scanned today. I don't know what's going on. I bet a lot of you are gonna get doubles. These are no problem. Red, white, and blue. Stain. Red, white, and blue stain. I think what's his name? Vance. What's his first name? I don't remember anymore. What is his Vance? JD Vance. I think he's gonna be president pretty soon. Yeah, he's gonna be the president pretty soon. MF Duck, how you doing? Good to see you. How's everything going today? Any better? Yeah, so no better, huh? Doesn't get any better. It doesn't. JD Vance, President Vance. He's gonna be president soon. I need to go get a job with him. I don't usually bid those. I just that's the price of it. You want me to just bid one? I'll bid one of these. I don't care. Here we go. $2 start on the ceramic coffee maker. It's a $2 start. You can probably get it for $2. No one really buys these, but these are $20 to $30 retail. This is what it is. It sits on your cup here, and you can make, you know, convenient, easy way to make your coffee. I told you guys I am not available. Jesus, people just show up to my farm. I don't know what they're doing. I gotta go talk to them now. I'm just super complaining today, guys. You guys are buying coffee from a grumpy old man. Hey guys. Hey guys, guess looking for Reach Farms, right? I actually checked your email. We're temporarily closed. I know you guys made a reservation. We're not set up to do station. Super sorry about that. Back way to do a pay turn here, and then you can go back down. Sorry about that, guys. 3 holes versus 1. What are you guys talking about? All right, that's our ceramic coffee maker. So many freaking bugs today. V Heart, Team Mexico. Did I tell you guys I'm joining Team Mexico? I'm joining the Mexicans. You know, I've resisted joining a gang, but I'm gonna join the Mexicans. You know, I'm joining the Mexicans. Me too. I'm gonna join Team Mexico, guys. We need to all join Team Mexico. You guys probably don't like that. You guys are patriots. You were like me. I used to be a patriot. Not anymore though. Now I just complain all the time. I'm just a complainer. I'm just a complainer. Urod. The Gulf of Mexico. See, they want to rename things like it makes a difference. Like my wife, she spends money putting up a new shelf, tearing down the shelf, putting up a new shelf, tearing down the shelf. Just a waste of money. Constantly wasting money. She's watching. She is. She's the government. She's watching. You gotta watch what you say. 'Cause she's watching. I'm El Chino. Call me El Chino. Chino Chen. El Jefe. You know, out here, if you see a license plate Jefe, JFE, usually it means those are the drug dealers. I think the state has a system where they they put the license plate. Anyway, that sounds like a great idea. Just so you can. Let's spray honey on ourselves so the bugs will come. That sounds like a great idea. I'm just complaining today. I'm just a complainer. They don't like complainers. You know, in communism, if you complain, they'll put you on a list as a complainer. You have to have a good attitude. It's like being married. If you have a bad attitude, they're going to put you on the list. Yeah, but we're not allowed to complain in public because you can get canceled for complaining. So don't complain, guys. Don't be like me. This is what not to do. What not to do. Don't complain. It's kind of chilly today. It's kind of chilly today. Wives are allowed to complain, right? It's men shouldn't be complaining. Real men shouldn't complain. You know, my wife has bought into this whole real men thing. She's constantly saying, if you were a real man, you'd be strong. You'd take my sadness. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. You know how stupid you sound? Real men. She's not even joking. It's all messed up. We don't get to complain. No complaining, MF Duck. See, this 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 channel makes you weak because you come on here and you complain and you think it's okay to complain and you become weak. No complaining. Oh, we only want happy people in communism. No complaining. No complaining. I had my white roast. It's not working. Yep, that's what we got to be happy. The white roast isn't working. It's not strong enough anymore. Do I have any more in here? I got a little tiny bit left. I just wasted an hour and a half on the phone with the IRS. And they had me on hold for an hour and a half. And I finally gave up because FedEx needs this form from them to clear customs, and it's just like on and on and on and on. What's the news here from Elon Musk, whose stock is tanking? Elon Musk stock is tanking. Donald Trump is saying I'm a great president. He says I'm the president of Syria. We used to have chocolate covered ones, but we don't. We don't have chocolate covered nuts anymore. They're too expensive. President of Syria. Yeah, I'm sorry. We only have the nuts. Be smart. I need to stay focused. I'm not focused today. I'm talking too much. This is what the white coffee does. You don't want to be like me. I'm an example of what not to be. What not to be. All right, guys. So you see what I'm doing? Don't do it. It's not going to help. Nothing I'm doing is right. It's all wrong. Does the white coffee give you a coffee enema? Because it doesn't make me poop. Never happened. Never happened. And the machine is still in the case. I got to get a crowbar to open that thing up. And I just haven't done it yet, Dark Side. I can't do anything. No. I ordered a. You're hoeing? Are you hoeing, Rumpy? I don't have any pea berry to roast for you, I guess. Yeah, I'm out of pea berries. So if you guys better pick up your pea berry now. I might have more. You never know. But right now, I don't have any pea berry. I haven't been able to get any. So this is the last of my pea berry for now. Probably for a few weeks. If you guys want some pea berry, this is the end of it. Medium pea berry and dark pea berry. This is the last of the pea berry. Yay. Everything's in the mail, I hope. I'm being it. I shouldn't worry too much. I need to have more faith in God. I need to have more faith. Stop getting upset about things. I need to just have faith in God. He's going to take care of it. And when it's time to die, it's time to die. That's just, you don't want to live forever. If you live forever, you get old, you get cranky. God is good. People are good too. You know, people, I think everyone wants to be good. It's just some people are extremely good. And you're so good that you're willing to do anything. And that's the danger of good people. It's these it's like the people in nonprofits. I don't trust anyone in nonprofit because they really want to be good. They'll do anything to be good. They'll destroy your life just to be good. So I don't trust people who are good. I'm not a good communist though. Raid Cafe Fizzies, thanks for the raid. Give them a follow. It's Pew. Done hearing. You're done. You're done with me. It's the good people who aren't lazy that are dangerous, right? Because then they're gonna do good on you. I've had a lot of people try to do good on me. All right, what should we do? I'm not selling any coffee today. I'm just complaining. Cafe, I'm just complaining. It's no good. Today is not a good day for coffee. I'm sorry, guys. So if you guys are just joining me today, please ignore me. I'm having a bad day. I'm responding wrong. It's true. It's wrong. I'm doing everything wrong. Little fish, you're just trying to do good. Those people got families to feed. You're taking away their livelihood. Trying to do good. Everyone wants to do good. Am I in rare form? I don't know what I'm doing today, guys. I don't know why I'm complaining so much. I think it's because I don't really have coffee to sell. All I got is the estate. All I got is the estate coffee. The ex. I got, and then I got pea berry. So I just don't have that much coffee to sell. So I figured I'd just come on here and complain because all I have is a dark Hawaiian. I have a little bit of white Hawaiian left. I got a little bit of white extra fancy. So if you guys want some white extra fancy, I have that. But I don't have that much coffee. I'm kind of waiting for my next batch to come in. So I figure I just come online and complain all day. You know, I don't not that interested in selling coffee today. I'm just kind of complaining. So I apologize. This is my channel to complain on and on and on and on. I just love complaining. Kill with adult cinema. I did do that, Dark Side. Yep. And now you see the consequence of that in because did I ever tell you guys I killed the Ayatollah Khomeini 12 years ago with Mia Khalifa porn? And since then, you know, they didn't know what to do. Natural, I think Thursday, it got delayed because the roaster. Since then, Iran didn't know what to do. And then Trump didn't believe me that he's already dead. They thought killing him again would do something, even though he's been an AI for the last 12 years. He hasn't aged at all. But they thought it was a conspiracy. So I told them, it's like, you're not killing anyone. They've been used to ruling without him for the last 13 years. And it's not going to do anything. Oh yeah, we know what we're doing. Boom. Didn't do anything. I told them, you guys are just walking into a trap. They've been waiting for you to kill him for 13 years because they can't tell their people that I killed him with porn. They can't do that. So now, now you're stuck. I can't show the farm because I don't have signal. Once I leave this little area, I lose my signal and then you guys all leave. You know, porn means evil in Greek. So that's where that word comes from. In Greek, it means evil. I bet you guys didn't know that. Do you guys know that? The word porn means evil in Greek. Words are fascinating. So the ultra white coffee, super. No, he had prostate cancer at the time and had just gotten surgery, and so he didn't survive. Yeah, that's what happened. Terrible way to die. Imagine dying like that. Oh my god. Just had prostate cancer and someone shows you porn. After not having looked at porn for your whole life because you're a religious leader. Jesus. What a terrible way to die. That's some God's judgment on you right there. Can't even make that up. If I made that up, I'm a freaking genius. I'm a creative genius. Let me tell you that. It's possible. It's always possible. It's all made up. I have no idea. I'm agnostic. But imagine dying like that. Right after your prostate surgery, someone shows you some porn. After you haven't looked at porn for 30 years. Terrible way to die. Horrible. Horrifying. When I learned that, I was horrified. Horrified. Porn is evil. Horrifying. The horror. What do you guys think? No response. So the ultra white coffee gives you a buzz beyond anything you guys have ever experienced in your life. Really just makes you think you can't be stopped. Unstoppable. Chad is speechless. How you think I made that up? I got a great imagination if I made that up. 'Cause someone told me that's what happened. They even showed me a picture. And I was like, oh my god. I remember it felt like I stepped in a pile of shit that just stuck to my foot. That's how it felt. You know when you step in a pile of shit? That's what it felt like. Stepping in a pile of shit. That was a long time ago. That was like 13 years ago. I got some stories, yeah. Some stories. I got a wild imagination. Wild. A wild imagination, guys. But I called it. I called it. I said, killing him's not going to do anything because he's been dead for 13 years. What's killing him going to do? Nothing. Nothing. It's not going to do anything. It's just going to make it worse. I even think they just kept the system going because his son's probably dead too. The Ayatollah Khomeini. You didn't know that story? I'm not going to tell it again. How big are the 2-ounce bags? Right here. 4 8-ounce cups of coffee. 4 8-ounce cups. 2 ounces. It's a sampler. 2-ounce bags are 2 ounces. See, now everyone online's copying me. Highest antioxidant coffee, not bitter. But then when you drink it, it's bitter. I have a 3-pound bag, Chubby Johnson, for 75 of the dark roast. If you want the 3-pound bag, I only have the dark roast right now. I'm just out of everything else. I'm waiting for more coffee to come in. That's why I'm just rambling today. I'm just kind of killing time. I don't really have the dark roast is just roasted on Friday though, so this one's the freshest one. Here's the dark roast here. Where'd the dark roast go? Here it is. Hate dark. It's more a medium dark, but I will have some medium or light roast tomorrow. If you want to pre-order it, I could run it just so I just don't have it today, but I should have it tomorrow, or the day after. If you only wait a few days, I usually take about a week to ship anyway. So I'm always post roasting, which is why it's gonna taste a little. It's gonna everything's gonna take a little bit longer. I don't have any K cups, unfortunately. What kind of coffee do your employees like? Maybe more of a medium roast. I'll run a medium roast for you, and you can grab that if you want it. But this is premium coffee, right? This is coffee grown in the U.S. And a pound of this coffee repair pickers $10 to $15. That's why this coffee is more expensive. But it's practically Kona coffee. So if you've ever had Kona coffee before, you know that it's extremely sweet, smooth, no bitterness, no sourness at all, and not going to give you any acid reflux or indigestion. So your employees won't be running to the bathroom as much and wasting your time. And it's true. They're going to be working much better because their stomach isn't hurting from the coffee. This coffee, you don't have to add any cream or sugar. It actually is an extremely tasty coffee. I will be getting some medium. I'm hoping today or tomorrow. But, this is, if you want to get it before I have it, you can. And then I'll send it out as soon as I have it. So this is a 3-pound bag of the medium. First time I had medium for a while. I'll check that out to Shalbal. It lowered your blood sugar. Nice. That's one of the things it's supposed to do, but I don't tell you about that because I don't want to get flagged by the FDA. But yeah, apparently the white coffee does all sorts of really amazing stuff for you. So you're gonna have to talk about that amongst yourselves, though. I can't sell it that way. I can only tell you that the white coffee will kind of get you high, and it makes you feel really good. But I can't tell you about the other stuff. Too many rules. Not allowed. No takers on the medium Hawaiian. No worries. So if you're wondering what MF Duck is talking about, he's talking about this white coffee here. This white coffee is raw. So it has all the health benefits of coffee that I can't talk about. It's coming from this one compound called trigonylene, which is a NAD precursor. It does all sorts of really amazing stuff for you. So, study after study has shown that coffee makes you live longer, and it's mainly because of this compound in the white coffee. Um, yeah, does all sorts of amazing stuff for you, but makes you feel really good. It's like drinking 10 cups of coffee, though. It will make you kind of bounce off the walls a little bit. All right. I'm not that old. I'm not that old. The higher grade of the white coffee is our extra fancy, and these white coffee beans are like perfect. There. I'm not that old, guys. Everyone's leaving. See you guys later. I'm depressing today, guys. I'm super depressing today. So this coffee is roasted so light. I'm emo ed. Yeah, I'm super depressing today. So depressing. I'm depressed. Some days I think I must be bipolar. Some days I'm really on, other days I'm just depressed. So this is one of those depressed days. Is that your bunny? These pictures are too small to look at. Looks like a little dog. You guys keep leaving and you keep coming back. You don't know what to do. Well, but no free giveaways today. So you keep leaving, you keep coming back. Keep making it work. Guys, keep leaving, you keep coming back. All right, I'm just gonna run everything, and you guys can grab it if you want it. You guys already know. You guys already know what I have. I'll run some white samples after this. You're here for me. I appreciate that. All right, let me run some white coffee. This is the Hawaiian white, and I do have some extra fancy white if you want the higher grade of the white. I don't know if I have it listed though. And I have these in 12-ounce bags if you want a 12-ounce bag. Let's see here. I also have some light, actually. I have a few bags of the light Hawaiian, but I don't even feel like it today. You guys come back tomorrow. I'll be happier tomorrow. I won't be such a drag tomorrow. Where are my white samplers? I think it's the detergent my wife used. My clothes smell weird. I don't even have white samplers here. What is going on with my freaking setup? Here we go. Oh my god. Do 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 do. Here we go. Do have some white extra fancy if you guys want the higher grade of the white. This is the cleanest coffee that we have. Really, really sweet. Tastes like a toasted corn. Gets you flying, but you might have a crash. Like I think I'm crashing. I think that's what's going on is I've been drinking this way too much white coffee. And so once you drink this much white coffee, you're just gonna be upset all the time. You're gonna be upset all the time like me. So this is our white coffee here. You're El Chino. I'm El Chino. 5-gallon jug, Castile soap. Yummy. LFG. This is Team Mexico. MF Duck, Viegas, V Heart, and then El Chino. Team Mexico here. And sometimes red, white, and blue stain. Team Mexico. We're gonna make things better for the world. To the Mexican Empire. Who else is with us? Team Mexico. No one? No one else? No one else for Team Mexico here? Viegas. You're already on the team, though. We need more people. Anyone can be a Mexican. Team USA. I already did the Team USA thing. You guys are abusive. You guys are abusive. I'm not gonna buy into that again. Coffee and tacos. Cilantro. I love cilantro. Yep. Cilantro, weed whacking. No one wants to be part of Team Mexico. What's going on? You guys racist. Is Mexican even a race? Anyone can be a Mexican. You guys don't want to be. You guys don't want to turn this into Team Mexico. The rally point for Team Mexico. No, no takers. See, I'm all frozen. The government doesn't like it. They're like, stop it. You're demoralizing us. Team America, USA. I'm frozen. They don't like this Team Mexico thing I'm doing. They don't like this bit. It's too depressing. Stop it with Team Mexico, guys. They're gonna deport me to Mexico. Still frozen. I gotta reset my feed. They really don't like this Team Mexico thing. All right, guys. I just joined my feed. I'm back. All right, so I didn't sell any coffee today for obvious reasons. Team Mexico. Yay, Team Mexico. Yay, Team Mexico. Excuse me. Where is that in Mexico? Everyone's leaving. They're like, I thought this was about Team America. Now you're talking about Team Mexico. You traitor. You traitor. Go back to Mexico. I'm gonna take a break, guys. All right. What are we doing here? They need a new leader. I'm not trying to be a leader. All I would do is tell everyone they're retarded. No one wants a leader like that. You guys keep coming back. You're hooked. You leave, but you keep coming back. It's the bipolar method, you know. One day I'm Team America, one day I'm Team Mexico. You don't know what's gonna happen next. You want to leave because you just hate it, but then you keep coming back. Keep coming back. You're hooked. It's the trauma bond. We're now trauma bonded. We're trauma bonded. How about some extra dark coffee here? Team Mexico. Team America. USA. Yay, America. This is American coffee. 100% American coffee grown by Mexicans. Yay, America. On the big island of Mexico. Becoming in America. The big island of Mexico in America. The Hawaiians are a little bit upset at the Mexicans. They feel you guys are taking over Hawaii. It's all so confusing in here. Help me. I need help. I need your help. Stop laughing at me. I need your help. You're laughing. Don't laugh at me. You're back, Aaron. You're back for more. Keep leaving. Keep coming back. You're hooked. 5 pound bag of which? 5 pound bag of the Hawaiian coffee is the best I can do on that is $135. I usually do the 3 pound bags for like, well, I've been doing the 3 pounds, so it doesn't make sense. But the 3 pound bags I've been doing for 100, 75. So if you want a 3 pound bag of coffee, $75. Islander Guam, how are you? Today I'm just complaining and everyone's leaving me. So they don't today I'm in a bad mood today. I'm sorry guys. I'm not selling any coffee. No one wants to buy coffee from a complainer. I'm not even telling you guys about the coffee. I'm just complaining. 2 hours. So far, 2 hours of complaining. Yeah. I should just get off. I don't know what I'm doing today. At least the coffee's good, right? I appreciate you guys liking the coffee. I always say, the coffee has no sourness and bitterness, so I have to make up for it and force you guys to listen to my sourness and bitterness. But that only goes so far. I'm starting to run out of peaberry. I don't know if I'll have it for much longer, so if you guys want this peaberry, you better grab it before there's no more. I think maybe I should just go. Maybe I should come back later. This complaining is not helping anyone. Not helping anyone. All right, guys. I think maybe I should just go before I make more people never want to watch my show again.